I've just been talking on YouTube on just like a couple of my random, or just a couple people chatting on my video that I just put up from my live streaming off my Samsung Galaxy S6. So yeah, now people can talk to me if they want to. I'm gonna pop out the chat, and you guys will be able to see that. And I'm gonna be playing some World of Warcraft on my Warlock, and hopefully hitting up to level 96. I definitely think that's gonna happen. I think I was like one bar away. Alright, let's pop out the chat. Let me show you what I'm doing here for that. Since I'm not using YouTube Live, I'm using like YouTube's YouTube's Live, whatever thing that records you. I'm using XSplit. Oh, that's just not working. There we go. So I'm able to split my stuff up and show you guys, my whole entire screen, so I can show you what I'm actually doing here. So the whole inside my computer here. Boom. So I click that button, pops the chat out for me, so I don't have to be involved with that part of my computer. And then just pull World of Warcraft up here to the top, and then I go down to the bottom, and then I just expand everything to make it a little bit more tidier, and I'll do that while this is. Alright, that was just one of the little chefs in the house wanted to know how good their food was. So, okay, there's my mom. She wanted to know if this food is good, but I was like, yo, I've been eating all day. I'm actually not hungry. And I really want to play World of Warcraft. My sleeping schedule is completely different than hers, and so is my eating schedule and sleeping. So let's start. We're gonna be you're on YouTube at a Warlock. It looks like I just left it off on a battleground. I remember when I left off that I had about one bar or less than a bar left, and that easily can be done in just a couple minutes here. So hopefully that's where we left it off, so then we can start on a happy note here. It's actually been forever since I've live streamed World of Warcraft here, but since August is coming up and the new expansion will be coming out, I think it would be appropriate for me to finish my characters and get all the way up to 110. Especially with the new expansion pack, would be a good way to get some more people involved with my channel and hop on the ride, see what's going on. And hopefully people will just know the new players versus the players that have played for since the beginning, 2005 and 2004. Yeah, I think yep. I only got half a bar. Random dungeon, random battleground. Now, yeah. Now I know when I get to 96, 7, it's basically 2 levels and 1 bar, and I can get my artifact weapon from I don't know, there's a way to be able to get your artifact weapon at 98 and then be able to battleground with it with the extremely high eye level. So that is what I'm waiting on being able to do. That's what I'm excited to do next here. I think that the next couple levels are going to be kind of boring. The same thing I've been doing, going to, if I get a dungeon, I'm probably going to be going to the same old dungeon. Oh, no. Wait. No, I think that's it. Yeah. Blood Maul, Slag Mines. That's it. Even specific and random. Oh my gosh, it's sad. annoying and sad. I don't know, this new haircut, I don't really like to wear my hat. What do I look like with this light setup that I have? Lighting is like half the work, you guys. It's like all the work. Actually, let's make sure that I don't even know if my microphone's working, so I should probably actually check that out. Just to make sure that I'm not talking into nothing. Okay, it's gonna be just a little bit of play black. Oh, that's fine. Is like half of... Alright, so would I look like here? Doesn't look bad. Everything is completely pitch dark except for the light and my face and a little bit of my keyboard. And to be honest, it's actually pretty shitty compared to what I want to get. It's really bad. 720p, and I still don't know how to like make my widget of my face from it nice and pretty. I don't know. There's a lot I want to do, and a lot that you gotta learn what to do. What up, David Loomis? What up? See, I got my live chat set up pretty well, don't I? But you have probably a huge amount of lag time, because I answered you as soon as that popped up there. Oh, and what's up is I'm gonna be leveling to 96 on my Warlock here. I got 97% done. I only need 3% more. And I've been away forever, dealing with life. Today I just finished turning in my books for second semester. I did it late, but at least I got like back 200 bucks, so that's going to books if I ever decide to go back. But you know what? I think I'm taking a break from school. And yeah, it's like, what, $500 to $1,000 a class. I'd rather spend that in a class that is a semester or longer with somebody that might have more intelligence and knowledge and the things that I want, and pay them money to teach me. I just am not getting the knowledge that I want out of college. You know, not yet, at least. And it seems like I'm gonna have to spend a lot of money to get to where I even want to get to. So I don't know. It's a big decision. It's kind of a weird decision. I don't know. I think I'm done with school. Yeah. And yeah, it's a little bit of lag, but not much more than usual. Yeah, it's just how the game goes with YouTube. I do want to try like I have tried YouTube Live, but YouTube Live honestly just does not work. Like, I swear to God that I went live, and whenever I go live, I get 1/4 as many people popping up on my live streams, 1/4 as many people that watch it, 1/4 as many people that come or get informed about it. It's kind of sad. How do I update? Oh, automatically. Okay. Oh, did I switch my screen so you guys are seeing? No, you guys are seeing everything. My bad. Boom. There we go. It's now nice and pretty for you. See, I don't know how to add. Okay, I can add the live stream chat, but if it makes me have to log in, I'm not gonna do it. Let's see. No, didn't load it. Screw it, let's authorize it, whatever. Then I can see you while I'm playing, I think. Actually, I don't know. Oh no, it's just so that people can see it afterwards. You know what? It's not very useful because they can just look at the live chat underneath. this. This is more convenient. Dang, it's getting crazy when you have so many phones. There we go. That's very ugly. Just make it kind of. Ooh, that's pretty messed up. Let's do it like that. Oh. I see the best here. Let's pick something. I think white is the best. Yeah. Alright, white. We'll make it a couple pixels bigger. Boom. Now I can fix her up. Boop 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 boop. Do 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 do. Alright, so now that'll be part of my video. I wish I could take a break from school. I'm taking summer classes May and let me just see, May and June, but in the fall I only need to take one class. Hell yeah. Relaxation. So I'm kind of slightly tipsy. Relaxation. What did we call it at work? I don't even know. That was the screenception. Screen caption? There was a flash of lightning outside my window and I thought it was a cop car. Dang, you have that much panic? You smoke? When you rolled up that green Dutch stuff? Your backwood? Big ol' fat. What did that one rapper call it? No homo or anything, but we out here smoking penises. Oh my god, who said that? Who said that? I gotta find that. Oh my god, it's like burning a thing, like a hole in my brain right now. I need to find out. No homo, but we smoke. Okay, there you go. Hold on, look at it. It's actually coming up. Check it out. No homo, but we smoke. Young Thug said it. Here we go. This is a nice, beautiful quote from Young Thug. Here we go. Wait, come on. No homo, we're smoking penises from Young Thug. December 22nd, 2011. Oh my goodness. I can't believe rappers nowadays. Gosh, am I getting old? I'm like cool smoking, but like I feel like I'm getting old because I'm like, god damn it, Young Thug. That is like the most homo thing you could say. Of course, Young Thug said it. Nice. I got complete reigns down here if I really want to, but you know, type into YouTube custom girl 420 and look what happened. He lost like 2 million subscribers or some shit like that because he was smoking weed on his channel. All like that was basically what his whole channel was dedicated about. You probably know Custom Girl 420. I started watching him. He was 20,000 subs. I mean, he got all the way up to like 2 million. It was all based around taking the biggest dabs and smoking the most weed and getting the most potent shit and finding it and reviewing dispensaries and reviewing strains, reviewing bongs, reviewing glass, reviewing everything. And if you didn't know about Custom Girl 420, he's a brilliant motherfucker who came out of prison. Even Vicky said, she looks so good, I thought. Oh, dude, I did hear that. Yep, he did say that. Yep, you are definitely right about that, David. That's why I've been watching my copyright strikes, and I am amazed. I'm actually making this live stream a little bit to say that I've been going a little bit off the handle and not really like caring during my live streams. And I'm here to tell you that now I'm really going to be keeping an eye out. But from what I can tell right now, YouTube has no problem with me drinking, getting loudmouth, or fucking, effing swearing, or just talking shit on a live stream. Like, apparently they really do not care about that. What I'm more afraid of is them coming to bash me from my past history from about 8-9 months ago when I reviewed some Kratom. So that's what my fear is, and that's where like a lot of my views and traffic comes from, believe it or not, because a couple of my friends got terminated, so a lot of their traffic goes through me now. So it's more like it's all the heads are turning to me now. Why do they care about weed more than drinking? Like, I've watched people do like drink every single time that somebody gets dissed in a song or like something like that, something that lasts like only like 3-4 minutes, and motherfuckers be taking like 11 shots, 7 to 11 shots, and they don't even drink alcohol, and they say it at the beginning, and then they like are asleep on the bed, and their friend's just like, hey blah blah, hey blah blah, and then it just like cuts out and ends. And then it's like later on, like when he's recovered, that they do like the outro, or like they do it the next day. Like, it's like, damn. It's like, if you can't handle alcohol, there's no reason why you should be getting pressured to be drinking on a live stream. That's what I've been seeing actually with a lot of people. Oh, don't say that. Yes. Well, Kratom's still legal, but they're still handing out community guideline strikes for it. Or at least that's what happened to my friend, what's happened to Philly Kratom, what's happened to Carpo Botanicals, what's happened to a whole bunch of people, and I haven't gotten one, which is amazing. After, like, and Kratom related views, maybe around 50,000-60,000. So, I don't know. I mean, before menthol Kratom, my friend was targeted. I mean, he got up to 3,300 subs, I think. And I think his biggest video was only in like, I think it was only 60,000 or something like that. My highest video now is like 13K on this account. Oh, David, I've seen so much worse. Have you ever heard of Shoe Nice? I mean, all of his stuff's been terminated, and it was getting terminated before the apocalypse even happened. But Shoe Nice, that's kind of dumb. It's nearly on the same level as most. Yeah, exactly. And what benefit does alcohol have? None, other than I guess it's entertaining. But at the same time, it's so dangerous for the person. YouTube's just that's just how YouTube rolls, I guess. It's just like, oh fuck it. I mean, even though it's super dangerous and whatever, as long as we're not showing dead people, I think we're fine. I think that's that or anti-Semitic, Semitic stuff. But so as long as you're not doing any anti-Semitic stuff or yeah, doing other drugs other than drinking on a live stream, I think that you're pretty much good. I guess not, and also not just like cursing every single person out that comes onto your live stream. That probably wouldn't help. You'd probably get uh, probably not get very far like that. Probably definitely get community guidelines. I wonder how many guidelines are. I wonder how long it would actually take for you to like actually get booted off of YouTube if all you were doing is just talking mad shit on that to anybody that came onto your live stream. Like doing cocaine and shit too. No, I'm playing. But like, I honestly wonder. I just hate the dumbness of alcohol, you know? Like, so many of my girlfriends have had problems with alcohol, and it makes them turn into like these just horny, sexual, deviant freaks, nymphomaniacs. I don't know what to call it. Freaking just thing people like a thing I didn't want to be around. Aggressive, sexual deviant. That's what like two of my girlfriends would literally turn into. I think that's like a perfect depiction of what happens. I don't know if you know girls like that, but that's like the main characteristics that happens every single time. Because you can't just have one, or they just can't have one. You gotta go all in. And they go all in, and they fucking just lose their mind. I don't even know like who they are. Like I swear to God, these girls experience like fucking ego death. They like don't know what the fuck, who the fuck is who. I don't know. Back when I was 19 years old, my ex-girlfriend blew a point. Is it 0? No, 3? Sure, 3? No, a .36. I'm pretty sure. The cops said it was 4 times over the legal limit, and it's .08 here. Yeah, .38. And he said that he was potentially scared to have her stay here without getting medical attention. And calling it a fucking ambulance. And she was like, I don't need a like, she was somehow able to be coherent enough to be like, I don't need a fucking ambulance, it's my birthday. I do know girls like that, dude, it's insane. She was like trying to fucking reason with cops that it was her birthday and she didn't deserve to get a ticket for underage drinking, when her friend, who was supposed to come into the freaking house with her afterwards, I was sick, I didn't go to this show. It was a show where they all got drunk at. Her friend was supposed to come in with her, but apparently somebody came by the house while they were at the show, wrote all over this one girl's car, like, you're a slut, you like your sister's a stealer, this and that. So I guess like my at that time current girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, I'm just gonna call her ex-girlfriend because she's just recently fucked me over again. So yeah, boom, level 30 or 96. Why did I say 30? Damn, that's really high. I've probably been that drunk. Alright, David, this was insane. This was insane. She blew that .38 2 hours after leaving the club. at 19 years old. I think she probably weighed no more than like 140 pounds. And I had to like wake her up, and she was like unconscious, literally. But somehow she was able to wake up because she had to go outside after going to sleep. Like literally after just keying out on my bed, going to sleep, trying to have me have sex with her. I'm like, nah, you honestly gross right now. Like, and then she just like fucking passed out, and then all of a sudden I get a fucking getting bangs on my door, like, and I'm just like, what the fuck did I do? Like, I'm sick. I just let my girlfriend go out. Like, you know, what in the world could be the problem here? And it's just bang, 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 bang. And then my mom's just like, you gotta get out of here right now, Nick, right now. I'm just like, oh my god, alright. So I go outside, and I walk down my front porch, and I just see there are like 4 or 5 or 6, probably maybe 7 squad cars, and then 1 ambulance, and I think a couple, maybe like 1 or 2 fire trucks to block the whole entire road. And that girl that was supposed to come in the house that's had her car written all over with like window marker, she sorry, just need to move my fan. Stop making noise there. So that girl that was supposed to come right into my house after the show that had her car written on with marker, I guess felt that she would be able to just get into her house, go home, wipe it. I don't know what the hell was going through her mind. Basically, it was just like, oh my god, I guess she was probably like touching her freaking car and completely lost track of the fact what her plan was even to do, and was, guess she just didn't even care about the risks or something, and just went into her car and was just like, okay, this go gadget home car. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. And yeah, so I walked out of my porch, and I see her trying to talk to police officers just as incoherently as my ex was being. And yeah, so there's like the fire truck, all of these police cars, police SUVs, and they all thought that I was the most fucked up person, so they kept on trying to make me take a breathalyzer. That's what made me have to go and get my ex. And I was like, I'm not taking a fucking breathalyzer. And they were like, you're taking a breathalyzer. And this is the only time in my life, like literally, that I have been dead sober. Had absolutely nothing to do with the problem at hand. That girl drove that car off of my property and onto somebody else's. So the whole fact that we were getting woken up strictly from the fact that this drunk girl just pointed my house out and said, that's where I belong. Like, I walked out of there with like my fucking balls hanging. I was like, okay, give me your badge number, give me your badge number. Like, why are you making me do this? Why are you making me do this? Like, I tried to record. They said I couldn't record. They grabbed my hand. They fucking deleted shit. They forced. I didn't know how to live stream at that point in time. Like, I have to say that it was fucking brutal, and I honestly wish that people were able to see what the fuck happened that day, because that day was insane, and I was treated like a fucking rat. I mean, I've lived here my whole entire life, and they know me, and they just know my history, and they know about my brother and the fact that he OD'd from heroin. They just treat me like a piece of shit. Stereotype me like a motherfucker. Like, out of everybody around here, all the rich ass, nice white families and kids and stuff, like, they just want to get me the fuck out of here, it feels like now. And I don't really see a reason for it, because, you know, I'll fucking partake in this community. At least I did for 8 years of my life. Now I'm having fun and enjoying, you know, my rewards from giving to the community here. Still don't need to be harassed. I paid my taxes. every year for that money. So that's their job. I'm paying their fucking job money. Fucking dude, I get even harassed by unmarked police cars or people that aren't even suited up or like suited. They just like lie to me and say that they're part of the force. It's insane. I'm like, can I see a badge? And they're just like, I don't have one. I'm not on duty. And I'm just like, can you? I don't think it's legal for you to pull over somebody that's not like while you're not on duty. And they're just like, get more and more smug and more angry and force you more and more. Let me go more into detail on that one night there. So I went out there, like I said, like with my balls hanging, just like, okay, what's your badge number? What's your badge number? You know, what's your name? And I went out there like video recording, and I was just like, dang, this is insane. And then they were like, you gotta take a breathalyzer test. And since I was recording, I was like, no, I don't have to take a breathalyzer test. And then some other cop came by and was just like, yes, you do. And then I was like, no, I don't. Legally, I don't have to take a breathalyzer test. And my mom behind me was like, just do it. And I was like, no, fucking mom, I do not need to do this. Legally, I don't need to take a breathalyzer. And I am sober right now, and I'm talking fine. I don't see any reason for you to need to do this. And you just shoved it into my, some person shoved the breathalyzer into my mouth, and they were like, breathe, like screaming at me, grabbed my phone out of my hand, made sure to delete whatever the fuck footage was off of it. They got my thing back from the breathalyzer that said that I was 000, and I'm completely fucking sober, like I told them. And then I started screaming at them, and then they started saying that they were gonna arrest me for being too, crazy. Or not crazy. What is it called? They just pull bullshit out, like erratic. Like I don't know, like we're gonna arrest you for being too erratic or upset or angry. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, what law says that I can't be angry about the fact that you are arresting one of my friends right in front of my face, and you're making me have to go and wake up my girlfriend and come outside, and I literally had to wake up my ex-girlfriend with a .38, have her come outside, like make her walk outside. It was so fucked up that they made me do that. And so basically, she was home safe. She made it safe. She went, she partied, she came home from a fucking Uber, taxi, friend, whatever, sober driver, walked right into the house. The other person didn't do that. And somehow we got roped into all of it. And I had to come downstairs and I had to wake her up and literally bring her outside to take a breathalyzer to get a ticket on her birthday. I was just like looking at the cops, just like, oh, you feel fucking happy about yourselves? And they're just like making fun of my girlfriend. I'm like, yeah, she's fucking drunk as fuck. I don't make good decisions. Thanks for fucking all pointing it out. Like, it's just like, fuck all of you. Like, fuck all, like, dude, I never felt more disgust for cops in my whole fucking life. They were like hating on my like life, my girl, and hating on like the fact that like I was trying to like handle the situation by getting their badge numbers and names just so I knew who the fuck I was even talking to and dealing with, and why that they were being such assholes, and they wouldn't give me anything. And all of the cops turned the other eye when like my phone got grabbed, and even my mom was just kind of like, don't fuck around, like don't do that, don't like just let them do their job. And it's just like, they're breaking every fucking rule, like, first of all, like, at least with me, they were breaking every rule. I could understand the fact that like somebody that came home from the party, it was super drunk, that had their car there, that got into it and drove away and had a D-dub on the street across from my house. I can understand how that's a problem and that they should be taking care of that. How the fuck can that drunk person just be like, yeah, I was supposed to go to that house? And how does that house get, how does that house get freaking woken up at like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then So it was just like luck for the cops. I don't even know, dude. It was like, basically like the cops probably banged on the door furiously, and then my mom, who has PTSD, probably answered the door, and then the the freaking cops are probably just like, "Do you know this girl?" And my mom probably looked out and was probably just like, "Oh my god, I do know that girl." And they were just like, "Some anybody else in the house?" And my mom was probably just like, "Yeah, there is." And probably came down here, and that's when she was banging on my door. I don't even think that she knew that my ex was here, which is so fucked up. But she just knew it because of her friend. Yeah, that was a crazy ass night, and like, oh my god, like, just like think about walking outside of your house and being like, okay, I'm gonna try to at least try to handle shit for my girl, and then the cops just treat you like a piece of shit. Don't let you film, don't let you get a word in, don't allow you to make any options or choices. It's their way, or basically a boot, shovel, and gun to the face. Like, I shit you not. How long ago was this? Um, so this was actually 5 years ago. But I am 26 or 27 now. 27, 26. And no, yeah, no, I'm 26. I'm 26. It happened 5 years ago when I was 20 because it was my girlfriend's birthday. She was a little older than me. Bam. Got it. um, I still don't see how legally any of that could, like, how the fuck, like, how the cops are able to like wake somebody up fast asleep inside of a house that wasn't inside of a car, inside of that car that got the D-dub, and force them to wake up and come out to get a fucking ticket. Like, oh my god, I'm still pissed at. Let's just call her E for that. E, you were very dumb that night. You know it. You fucking know it. I actually not be surprised if you came across this one fucking day. You know that was fucked up. And yeah, I fucking had to deal with the fucking whiplash of the police after that. Well, you got to chill in the city. Eat. Leave me here. Oh, look at Cheryl. What up, Cheryl? David, you don't need a warrant where I come from. The cops here are so corrupted. They literally called the cops just because some black kid from the school was looking for his friend's house and didn't remember the stupid number on the freaking houses. And he asked a couple of people, like, do you know where, like, this was? People ended up calling the cops on him. I was one of the houses that I was just like, yo, dude, I don't know where that's at. And then he brought up freaking this one kid. He's like, I don't know, some last name. And then I knew the family and the last name, and I was like, oh, dude, you're on the wrong side. I was like, you gotta go over there on that side of the street. And I knew him, or knew where he was trying to go at that moment of time. And then apparently the cops came. And they're like, have you seen a black individual running around looking to maybe possibly rob houses? Just like, the fuck out of here. Like, I hate, like, I hate the police around here. I hate them. They are racist. They are pigs. They are fucking filth. We have the highest pullover rate and tickets for speeding ever per capita per mile here than anywhere in the freaking world. That's how bad it is. Maybe that'll give you an idea where I live. But that's how bad it is. They're like, the cops around here are like the kind of cops that would just be like, "Oh, warrant? Huh? A warrant? My face is my fucking warrant, man. Oh, you feeling me? You feeling me? Think you're tough, huh? Huh? How you can think you're gonna be tough with a broken fucking phone, huh? Hey, buddy, come down here. We have a fucking tough guy. We might have to fucking take him downtown and or beat his ass. I don't know. Like, they probably already have the dash cam like on a fucking like encrypted freaking SSD like freaking like external hard drive that they can just switch out or some shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. Damn, one time the cops told me to get out of my car because I was sitting in it during my break at work. Oh my god. When they came up to my car, it smelled like weed because I smoked earlier that day. Yeah, dude, oh my god. Okay, so I've gotten pulled over 9 times just due to Pokemon Go. That shows you how bad it is around my area. So 9 times in a period of probably like 6-7 months when Pokemon Go was just released. And I got pulled over just because I would like go around a roundabout, pull like put my blinker on, pull over, get out of my car, walk out of my car, grab a Pokestop, go back into my car, put my blinker back on to get and into the roundabout, and then pull back around. And some cop, I got pulled over 2 times there. I pulled over 3 times at my public library before 12 o'clock, and I got pulled over 1 time by an unmarked vehicle and an on-duty officer at this old folks like apartment building. On top of, I've just been pulled over at night walking around with my backpack on with my flashlight on to check out where I'm walking. And when I went ham with Pokemon Go, so I stayed up from, I started hunting Pokemon at 6 p.m. and I would do it all the way until like the sun started coming up, 6 a.m. in the morning, and like go to sleep. And, like, I don't know, like I went ham. I went ham with that game. I think I was one of the first people in my city to get 151 Pokemon. That was like my biggest accomplishment ever. And the fact that I walked, I think it was like 1,100, so like 1,100 kms, so kilometers, in, how fast did I do it? Did it in like 6 months. So how many miles is that? Like, this is so stupid and crazy. Alright, so we're going to go to a calculator here. And we're going to look at my total. I'm just going to look up when I went ham during the first release. So that's when I did the most walking and stuff. This is where it actually will just be amazing. They searched it without even asking too. What? And I was sitting in my car on break vaping with the AC on because it was so hot out. Maybe they thought I was smoking. They found weed, gave me a summons. I got a lawyer, and they didn't even show up at court. Weed is illegal where I live. Dude, are you kidding me? Okay, maybe I have ran into a couple of alright cops, but only when it comes to weed. Nothing else. When it comes to drinking, they're fucking more furious. I don't even know. It's weird. They're so twisted here. You don't even want to take a chance, or you will get shot in the face. Like, that's where I'm at. I found weed, gave me a summons, I got a lawyer, and they didn't even show up at court. Okay, so my couple instances with weed is either the cop is going to be nice or he's going to be mean. And if the cop is mean, he's going to try to get in as much money as he can. So that means he's going to try to pin as much on you as he possibly can. So he's going to search your whole entire car and try to find an intent to distribute. Or some other kind of thing that he can give you a ticket for, like paraphernalia, or if you can find a different kind of bag or something like that. They usually just try to search your car to get an intent to distribute. Or some random other pill or just something else to pin it on you because they just are looking for more money. That's literally it. That's literally it. If we treated everything like a health problem and concern like it actually is, and we didn't just put a stigma on people for using drugs, because it is the truth that a lot of pharmaceuticals out there are just literally mimics of the same thing as what's been on the streets since the very beginning. Like, you know, Adderall, dextroamphetamine have been just came out. What's been around forever is methamphetamine. And then we have, you know, the opiate crisis going on, and what are they pumping out? Like perks, hydrocodone, oxycodone, oxycontin, and Roxyset, and Suboxone now, and methadone now, and they're making a lot of money. Wow. And yeah, that is why they want to create them illegal. Holy crap. And then open eyes and all of their muscle relaxers, and yeah, can't have kratom legal, right? Do you know they used to have an Oxycontin pill that was 160 milligrams, all immediate release? So that one pill in the hands of somebody that's probably just under, could probably kill somebody that's around 180 pounds if it's their first time doing it. And if anybody has a sip of alcohol and it's the first time doing it, probably kill each and every single one of them. I've met a few alright cops, very few. Yeah, my very few is my cop, like a couple cops that I got pulled over when I was underage drinking. I like left a couple parties because I was pissed with my girlfriend or something. She was like my ride home, and she just ditched me. And I was like, fuck this shit. I was like, fuck you guys. I was like, fuck this party. I like grabbed a handle. I started slamming it. And I was like, fuck you, like you're cool. Like, piss off. And then like somebody started following me, and I was like, do not follow me. You're just gonna get yourself in trouble. Like, I'm trying to get home. They were like, get back here, get back here. I don't want you to get like hurt, blah blah blah. It's like, I'm not gonna get fucking hurt. I'm going home. And while I'm like trying to pay attention, get her the fuck back, and then I turn my fucking eyes, and then bam, there's a squad car right in front of me. And he came up. I was just hammered, and the person that was following me, trying to get me back, she just started bawling. And then I started feeling bad, and I was like, ah, oh, great. And I started feeling like I was completely responsible for everything. I was like, I told you to go back. And then like the guy found a bowl on me, and he just looks at me. He's just like, looks at the other cop, doesn't say anything to the other cop, because I think that he knows what the other cop probably would have said. And he just fucking spiked it on the ground, and he's just like, I'm doing you a favor. He's like really close to my ear, and I was just like, shit, alright, fuck. Threw me in the back of a cop car. I think it was the first time that I went to detox. That was because I was underage drinking, and I think I blew like same thing that my ex blew, except that I didn't have anybody around to take care of me or a way to tell them. I don't know what happened, but I had to go to detox. Maybe I said some stupid shit. I've been known to do that when girls fuck around with my head, and I get drunk and I mix opiates, benzos, and alcohol, and then I usually always fucking end up with cops threatening my life for some reason, and I never remember it. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you guys. I remember getting drunk and starting, and the reason why that, like, the issue happened, and it's just something stupid, like, I went to fucking this girl's Christmas, and this girl's this, and she won't even show up to this party with me and my friend, or, like, just really fucking petty shit. And then that would just, like, trigger me. 66k, dang, 80k. I guess that would just trigger me, make me just go off the fucking handles, especially with a lot of these girls. And I'm surprised that I haven't completely lost it with what's been going on with the 5-year-old ex that recently popped into my life and then decided to pop out. And everybody commenting, or that has commented and is waiting for me to comment back. It's getting to that point where shit's getting a little out of hand. Not super out of hand, but there's at least like 200 messages a day on YouTube. So, like, I don't know. I try to keep up with it, but it's just getting tough now. It really is. I said that I try to always be in contact with you guys, and I am. I'm here on the live streams, and you guys are always able to come and chat here. But as far as like me answering every single person on every single one of my videos every single day, I can't do that because I've like surpassed 300 videos. Like, I think we're gonna be getting up to 400 videos here this month. So if we're at like half a K videos, you know, and if each one is at least getting like a view a day, like, I just can't respond to all those people. I try, and it's like as soon as I respond to everybody, then it's like I get more responses, like concurrent responses that keep coming in, and then I get blasted with new questions from all the people that I just answered, and it feels like it just doubles up and gets bigger and bigger every time I do it. But I'm probably gonna go hard and try to do a good amount of it tonight, because I'm definitely feeling just tidying up my YouTube stuff, because like I said, I've been going a little bit too ham on the pushing boundaries on copyright and community guidelines, strike, and all that kind of stuff, you know. I've just been fooling around in the live streams and not really caring, but now I see very much so that I definitely should be. Because while that's fun and all, it doesn't really put out a good message. Hey, you give me a shout out? Hold on 1 second. Hey, Lucy, stop it. Yeah, Xanax is bad as well, but I fucking need it. Or I don't need Xanax, but I need benzodiazepines. Lucy, stop it. Stop it. And just to prove it, just from getting out of treatment. Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 refills, so that's about 2.5 years. So basically, as soon as I got out, I started having panic disorder. Hey, Kate. But yeah, I started having panic disorder as soon as I got out, and without it, I would be losing my mind with how people have been treating me. Ex-girlfriends and my friends. Try to call them ex-friends, but it's kind of what they are. They're ex-friends now. They used to be really good friends for 13 plus years. And a lot of them just lost their way. Oh my god, Lucy. You know what? Get up on the live stream. Oh. Meow. She doesn't meow, actually. She's a silent cat. It's weird. I'm surprised that this group hasn't yelled at me at all. I really have not been putting too much work into this. Kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. You hurt on my back. I'm gonna hurt my back. Oh yeah. Sure, bear. Alright, and what I was saying, I freaking need the benzos. Like, I need them. I don't take them to forget. I don't take them to not remember. I don't take them to get high. I take them so I can feel normal. Honestly, without them, I don't feel normal. I got major agoraphobia, social anxiety, panic disorder, and anxiety disorder. So I can't, like, I don't know. When I was off my meds, it was bad. It was about 6 months of just like hibernation. One friend that I talked to and not really hang out with, like, you just ride around with her an hour, go back to my house, and start playing games again. And it was like I was living a fucking, I don't know. I remember it was summertime and I was getting sun, and there's just nothing that we could do to get myself happy. And then my psychiatrist was like, alright. And then I started having major pain in my stomach and my back, and then I started having like legitimate pain. And they started giving me hydrocodone and acetaminophen. And then I guess that, and then they gave me gabapentin too, and some other muscle relaxer that I had to fucking taper off myself, which was all hell. And I had to, I don't know, I guess I landed on fucking Klonopin as like something to help me with my anxiety and with loosening my muscles. This is the reason why I went with that over Xanax, because Xanax gonna last like 4 or 6 hours. You gotta take it 3 times a day, and skeletal and muscle relaxant properties, it doesn't really carry both of those as much. Plus, in my opinion, my honest opinion, if you are going for recreational, I mean, Klonopin's more hypnotic than Xanax is, but definitely way more expensive if you're gonna be taking like a sufficient amount to even feel it. That's what's messed up about Klonopin. I don't feel it unless I take upwards to 8, 10, 12 milligrams of the stuff. So recreationally, it's just not worth it, because that would be like more than 1/6 of my whole entire prescription. So I take that in a day. Like, then I'd be struggling for fucking forever. But I've been a lot better. I have been prescribed Xanax before, and yeah, it almost, a lot of things have almost killed me. I don't know if I can exactly just blame Xanax for it though, because I was on so many different drugs and I was treating my body like a petri dish. Yeah, Cheryl, I gave you a shout out too. I'm sorry that I'm like rereading it. Yeah, I gave you a shout out on my video. I didn't see it. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you gonna say hi to me? I did say hi to you, and I'm saying hi to you again. I take benzos too. I take 8 milligrams a day of Xanax. I'll take it all for sleep. You take all of that for sleep? Alright, well, like I said, 0.5 milligrams of Klonopin is supposed to be the equivalent of 0.5 milligrams of Klonopin, but Xanax and Klonopin are supposed to be interchangeable. And I mean, they are, kinda. If you were getting off of Xanax and you switched over to Klonopin, which was, you know, from 8 milligrams of Xanax to 8 milligrams of Klonopin a day, pretty sure that you'd be fine. Completely fine and seizure free, completely. But nobody knows, nobody really knows where that line is. That's what's scary. That's what scares me. I don't know where that line is, because I've taken it so many times. I've gone through detox and withdrawal so many times, but I've never had a seizure or minimal grand mal, nothing, or stroke, nothing at all. Doctors keep saying all the time, you're fucking so goddamn lucky, and it's just like, how am I lucky? It's like I go to treatment, people say they do this shit like every day. It's like but nah, there's been plenty of times that doctors have been like, good fucking god, like, one treatment facility wouldn't even take me because of the dosage of Xanax that I was coming off of. They were too scared. Which is understandable. I was coming off of 35 milligrams of Xanax a day, upwards to 50 mgs. I was doing the 30 mgs just to stay in shape and just to, again, just to be normal. That was when my addiction was at its worst. I was 19 years old and I figured out how to get it off of the internet. Back before the dark net even became a thing. I was getting it in high school, just out of high school. I was getting like a whole bunch of them, like 300 to 500 of them every fucking week. Every week. 2 milligram over like WOD bars, or how do you explain it? So like each bar would have like 2.4 through 3.6 milligrams in each one of them. It was insane. They were the Pakistan Onyx bars, and we pushed probably hundreds of thousands of those fuckers in the United States. And then as soon as I got picked up, I didn't get picked up or anything. I didn't get caught. I just had to go to rehab, and I got sent away. And when that was going on, I was like, well, you know what? It wouldn't harm anybody or harm anything. So I told my friend I'd do every freaking thing that I was doing. I was like, have a blast, man. Be careful with all the money you're about to make. And I just told him showed him everything. And then he fucking ratted on the site like within a month's period of time, he went from ordering Xanax to ordering hardcore painkillers, so Oxy 80s. And he was getting them for like $20, $30 each and selling them for 80, 100 on the street. And when you think about how many Xans that we were pushing, then you take that number and you put that into opiates. He got targeted like a mofo, and he gave away the site where we were all doing all of our little activities. And that's when, I don't know, I've been with the shits since I was legit. Oh my god, it's from fucking, is that from Kevin Gates? I've been with this shit ever since I was just legit. Oh, it's Post Malone. I've been with this shit ever since I was just legit. But yeah, I've been following ways to get things online, the dark net, all that kind of stuff. You know, more things that definitely you wouldn't want to or couldn't get monetized by YouTube. But I think my stories would be fine because, of course, I went to a hospital, learned what I was doing was a health problem as well as other issues, and had to stop. And yeah, my friend made, I mean, it wasn't $10,000. He made $150,000 within the period of about 3 months, I think. And he had a couple of like 50, 60-inch screen TVs and stuff inside of his basement, and all this crazy stuff. It was like it was when I first got out of treatment, and he wanted to show off to me all of his, basically the profit. He's like, thank you, like, this is what you've done for me, and he just dumps $150K out in front of me. And I was just like, oh my god, dude. Like the first thing that popped into my head, because I've been, you know, with the shit, I was like, you're gonna get in so much trouble, dude. And I even probably said that to him. He's just like, nah, dude, I'm fine. I'm blah blah. I got this. He has this person has this huge ego problem. It's like, yeah, I got this. I can handle this. And he gets picked up by the feds. He got picked up by the feds. And then he gave away the vendors, the place, where we were doing our activities, and that got fucked over. And then after that, more and more shit started getting fucked over, and that's how we found out that it was him, because it would be like, as soon as I figured out something, he would want to know about it, and as soon as he found out about it, that shit would go away or get raided. So then I started to, like, not telling him who my vendors were or who I was getting shit from, and then things just stopped, I guess. So I was able to pinpoint exactly, like, what, you know, who the fuck was fucking pulling shit. And yeah, he almost got me fucked and got into the trap, into the cycle, into the system too. I mean, he got the cops all the way over to my house. I just knew how to fucking handle him. I pushed the last of my Xans through the back of my house and made sure that I didn't go across the street or go into any visual of a police officer. Everybody would have to be on my private property, pick it up behind the house, out of line of sight of any police officer, and they would have to like leave my house and come to my house at specific times. They couldn't double up, no two people in the driveway and no people back to back. And I had to do it because like two of my deals just right outside of my house, I got trailed by a police officer all the way until I got out of the car, and then I got followed by the police officer. But luckily, they never pulled me over or stopped me. It happened 2 times. But I never had anything on me except for the money I was grabbing, and that's it. Because I just knew my shit, and I don't know. I think the cops are just trying to like find me how to get me like extremely dirty. But like, what would happen would be like I'd walk outside of my house, and since these bars are so strong, like I walked out of the house right in front of a police officer, like that's pulled behind a car that I'm about to get into to sell somebody something that can get me 0 to 5. And I just get into the car with those 2 people. I'm just like, don't look behind you. Just start driving and go to Jerry's. And they're just like, what? And I'm like, do not look behind you. Just start driving and go to Jerry's. And they're just like, okay, and like start the car and like start going. I'm just like, okay, yeah, there's a cop behind us. Don't look. Just go to fucking Jerry's. Like nothing happened, or that I'm doing nothing. Then we'd wait until like we did a turn or something like that. Like the cop didn't, and I was just like, okay, here's the fucking shit. They're your bars, like. And then I'd be like, fuck going to Jerry's. Just fucking drop me off at the fucking. At this one other spot that's like closer to my house. And I remember like I think this might have been one of the times, or the time. I have 2 fences in my back of my house, and I used to get prescribed so many amphetamines back in the day. That's why I started taking Xanax, why I was prescribed Xanax and all of that at the same time. And Ambien and everything like that. It's because first of all, my doctor just was a complete brain dead idiot and thought everything could be solved with pills, and signed off on whatever the fuck I even asked him for too. So he wasn't too bright in the fucking head. I'm just gonna say that straight up. And he fucked my life up. He really did. My general doctor fucked my life up. Starting at age 10. Oh, I'm glad I'm here too. I guess this is just more of I guess this is turning into just a real live stream to show people that, you know, I'm not just a pussy. It just talks about my kratom and kratom withdrawals. I've been through some shit, right? And honestly, just benzos aren't even it. Like, it's just a little sliver of my life. Especially when you find a market like that and you find out one thing. Like I said, just look what happened to my friend. He went from dealing Xans to dealing ADOCs in a period of 1 month, and he went from 0 to $150,000 in that time frame, all profit. And I think that's how he got in. I think that, I don't want to say that I'm the one that got addicted to gambling. No, all this is people's choices. Like, honestly, it totally is. He wanted to know it so badly, and I just knew that he wasn't going to be able to handle it. I just didn't know the consequences of somebody else not being able to handle his shit. And yeah, the consequence sucks. Just having the responsibilities taken away from everybody because of one person's stupid mistake is just not worth it. It's just not worth seeing what happens with somebody else. Never think you're smarter than the police. Never sleep with your stash. And don't tell anybody outside the family a goddamn thing. Yeah, David. Was it your general doctor? I wouldn't be surprised if people have had it worse than me. But then again, like, I swear to God, my general doctor fucked my brain up, yo. Like, Adderall, 2 bottles of Ambien, and 120 Xanax, 0.5s. At the age, starting at the age, well, it accumulated. I started on 30 milligrams of Adderall, and then after like not 2 years, like a year, probably less, I was like complaining about sleep. And then when I was like 11, 12, I got prescribed Ambien. And then it worked for a little bit, and then I was like, okay, you know what? So I'm having a hard time. First of all, I went in there because I was having a hard time getting to sleep, so he gave me the IR, immediate release. Then I went in there and I was like, I'm having a hard time staying asleep. Like, first of all, it was just sleep in general. I was having a hard time sleeping in general. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know how to explain that to him. But basically, I was tweaked out every fucking night. Didn't know why I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't put 2 and 2 together. That's how freaking young that I was. And I was still going to school every single day in the morning after it. After staying up all night tweaking, going to sleep, waking up, going to school. It was insane. And then after he gave me the Ambien immediate release, he gave me the Ambien XR, so the extended release, to help me stay asleep. And I was like shocked. I was like, I thought he was gonna give me some other medication, not the same medication, because this is a medication I actually got. Actually, the DLC of mine. I fucking love Ambien. Ambien is if you haven't, I don't know. It's really if you haven't like done recreational drugs or anything like that, it's really hard to understand why somebody would like something like Ambien. But since I abused it so much, and me and my brother used it together, there's not only like this nostalgic feeling to it, but it's like a nostalgic, hypnotic, light, comfortable, very, very sympathetic, empathetic, everything's cool, perfect, okay, just jello, just, I don't know, Ambien's just different than anything that I've done before, or it's just always going to be different. It's always going to be Ambien. Ambien's Ambien. I've done basically every single drug out there, like A to Z, and nothing compares to Ambien at all. Not even, like GHB or ketamine, not even close. Ambien's just in its whole own little league. But yeah, he prescribed me 2 bottles of Ambien, so immediate release, and the XR. So altogether, I was taking a pretty good amount, actually, if you think about it. So the XRs are 12.5 milligrams. That's 22.5 milligrams of Ambien every night. So then I stopped taking the Ambien at night because I was getting it every single month, and the Adderalls keep me up. But then I noticed, this totally sounds like Wolf of Wall Street here, But I noticed that if I stayed up and didn't take my Ambien, but I took it with my Adderall at school, and I just stayed up for just over, a couple minutes, I'd start to get this really awesome feeling every time. So I started popping Ambien at school, at high school for... Actually, I think I started to do it in middle school. Yeah, Ambien and Adderall. I took tray A today. Oh my god. That just brought back some weird shit in my head. But, yeah. So we'll get back into the Ambien stories in a second here. Have you guys been prescribed Ambien? Like, they shovel that shit out like candy for adults, it seems like. And it's weird. It's one of my favorite, one of my DLCs. I literally said that at my treatment facility, that Ambien is my DLC. Everybody like started laughing at me, and I was just like, they all like laughed at me, and I looked at them all with the straightest face ever, and I was like, dude, don't knock it till you fucking know it. And they're like, what do you mean know it? And I was like, I mean, not just try it until you live it. They all look at me and they're just like, what do you mean live it? And I was like, once you walk the path of Ambien, you fucking learn it, man. You don't go back. And just nobody got me, except for one dude that shot up Ambien one time because he loved it so much, and he was the only one I can connect to about it. And one other person actually that I met at this one hospital. And this one detox hospital actually gave, this is back in the day, like this is how much I've been with the shits. At this one rehab facility, they were giving Ambien out to us for our 7-day or 4 to 7 day detox. They were giving Ambien for our regimen, for us to help us get some sleep. I was like, dang. Oh, good night, Cheryl. But yeah, I was like, dang, like, alright, they're gonna be giving one of, this is before I even like said that it was my DOC and have it in my records and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I said it was my DLC, and it was my DLC for a while. I was taking it at school with Ambien, and I would have the best presentations, or at least I thought so. And well, no, not just I thought so. I got good fucking grades doing it. It was weird. It was like the more fucked up I got, the less inhibitions that I had in my class, and the more that my teachers loved me, because I just wouldn't give a fuck, and I would just do like my presentation, just like, even if it was half-assed or I put work into it, I would still go right up into the front of the classroom and just be like, okay, well, this is what I did, this is this, and this is that. That is this, this is this, this is this, this is this. I don't really understand that very much, but this is that. This is what I wish I could do with that and that and that. And just be as confident as, like, you know, like somebody going to fucking MIT. And it probably was, like, meaningless shit, too, some of the things, like, or some of the projects, like, or some shit was probably really bad. It just gave me good scores because of how I talked, how I handled myself, my charisma in the classroom. It was weird. And the reason why I was taking Ambien and just forgetting about shit is because I live in such a, like I told you, a prestigious and just fucked up area that they don't even know how to handle, you know, a death. Like nobody has that in their family or has to deal with a problem like that. They're all fed cake here. They don't have to deal with like actual real life shit. Okay, so let me get to when I got to high school. High school was 15. So yeah, so they gave me the Ambien immediate release and then the Ambien extended release to help me sleep through the night. And I started taking it during the day. And then I went back to my general doctor, and then because this was like when I was 15, and I like really needed help because like I was just strung out as fuck. And he saw it, and he was like, "Oh, we gotta get you eating some food, man." And he would like joke about it and stuff, and making me feel like it's not that big of a deal. And he was like, "Okay, we're gonna prescribe you Xanax." And he started me off literally, I forgot, probably like at like a milligram. Like it was really stupid. He started me off at like an absurd amount that even I was shocked, cause like that's when I started realizing how much shit that I was getting. And then my general doctor literally, I think it was he either retired or something happened where he had to get out or leave our state or something. I don't know. Or I think it was that he retired. And I went to my first psychiatrist, non private practice, just so you know, because if they're non private practice, they literally treat you like a piece of shit, and they won't give you any medication unless like you fucking have like tremors or some shit, and they need to like calm down your muscle spasms with some kind of like cyclobenzapine or benzodiazepine. Like that would be the only time that they'd whip out hard shit. I don't. That's just my opinion from what I had to go through. And then I went to and when I went into his office and I told him what I was prescribed and what I was looking for, because I was losing my mind, you know, because my doctor like left me, gave me enough refills on my prescription to basically find a doctor to work with me. And I was like, no problem, I got this. Oh, sorry, Lucy. You want to jump on the computer? And I was like, okay, I got this. And then my first psychiatrist that I go and see, he's just like, looks at my sheet, looks at me, looks at like at my sheet, looks at me, and he's just like, wait, so what do you want from me today? And I was like, well, I have a couple of refills on my medication. And he's like, he looks at the medication, and he like has me repeat them back to him because he's just like dumbfounded. And then he goes, okay, well, we're gonna have to cut this, and we're gonna have to cut this, and we're not gonna be able to prescribe you that. Yeah, I don't know why or who in the world would ever prescribe something to this extent, like for this long. And I was like, what do you mean? And that's when somebody actually had a voice of like kind of reason, but he was just a dick, so I didn't even stay with him. So I guess his voice of reason came out in a very bad light. Didn't really help me. So even though it was a voice of reason, he did it at the wrong time. He delivered it in an awful manner to make it so I really didn't care. He used to do Ritalin. Yeah, no, K is the shit. Yeah, from back in the day, being a poly drug abuser, and I went to festivals all the time, and probably raved 2-3 times a week, from 15 to 23. So I've had one hell of a trip of my life. So started on pills at 10, didn't get off all the hard shit, and try to be normal until I was about like just around recently 23, 24. So these past 2 years have been my best haul of my life since age 10. It's just pretty crazy. So let's do one more battleground or one more dungeon, and we will get ourselves up to 97. Or we can wait until tomorrow for that, but kind of just want to get it out of the way tonight. Oh, you're still here every time I did K. That's sick as fuck. Hey, David. Maybe I should drink my last beer. You're gonna be chilling. And I'm gonna be doing one more dungeon. I only have one left though. My head hurts. It's wants water, but you know what? Maybe a little bit longer. Every time I do K, I would smoke right after, and then both would kick in at the same time, and shit would be almost like a glass. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to smoke right after K. Like, whenever I did K, it'd be like, and then all of a sudden, just like, I'd be gone. And I don't know what analog or part of it, or what part of K of the K I was. I don't know what purity was. I don't know what the fuck. But as soon as that shit hit my nose, and as soon as I felt a burn. My first time doing it, my friend came into a tent, and it was like 2013 or 2012. 2013, I think. Electric Forest, or 2015 Electric Forest. But I was in my tent, and believe it or not, I just took some L, and I just took some E, and then I was cutting up some K, and I hadn't done it before with the Molly that I was on. It was freaking so good that I was just like, I need to calm down. Like, I know this is a downer and a tranquilizer, and I think I know my shit. Like, this is when I think this is like the first time I got my ass kicked from having an ego. And this is why I love Lucy, and why I give it so much props for a lot in my life, and just showing me a lot of truth and meaning, you know. Lucy really has kept me in touch with, you know, where I should be. Keeps me grounded. It doesn't make me reach too far, and it doesn't make me, you know, have to have my nuts hang too much all the time and be such a meanie. Be right back. Alright, you made me get my last one. Wanna see a trick that I learned? It's not like super special. Nice, David. I'm hoping to have my life just be, all I do is occasionally take Lucy sometimes. I don't smoke, and I just vape. And I'm hoping to cut the vape out because it's detrimental in my traveling. That's a good way to put it. It is very fucking detrimental to me traveling. And I found that out the fucking hard way when I had to go through the airport and tried to put it away. And then I realized how freaking hard it is, and ever since then, I'm loaded up on 32 milligram patches and gum and just all this stupid shit. Like, I've even made like just straight propylene glycol with like 50 milligram, just little vials that like, if I ever have to go flying that I could fill up like a little pen that doesn't, with just strictly propylene glycol and nicotine, and not have it make that much vapor, and just do it in the bathroom, and just not add any flavorings or anything like that, just so I just had a nicotine buzz real quick, which would work actually, and not set off any alarms. Or is that my ego saying too much? I don't know. I've been on a fucking plane before, many a times, with my vape back in the day, before the FDA or anybody got, involved with it. And that was back in the day when I used to, they had, my area banned cigarettes inside. But as soon as e-cigarettes came out, I started smoking my e-cig everywhere indoors. And it was my first semester at school, or my first semester when I was trying at school. Oh my god! Oh my goodness, can we kill him? Vapes on a plane! I'm sick of these motherfucking vapes on my motherfucking plane. Okay, just check this out. If you ever want a girl to notice you, just be like, can you open my beer? It's like, yeah, sure. It's actually really smooth. Especially if you're outside too. It's like, do you have a bottle opener? It's like, there you go. It's actually fucking fun too. I've been going to bars, but I haven't had my live streaming or streamer working. And it's like the only way for me to get good footage. Well, good footage and not have the potential of the cops taking away my footage for having a good time, because I could see how things could get out of hand if I am live streaming inside of some of these bars around here. Like, they pack like 500 people, 1,000 people inside of some of the bars, so if things did get out of hand, I don't know, I'm looking at getting a Canon, and the ones that I'm looking at getting are around $800,000. So, and this is what I've been thinking about for the past like 3 weeks, of what camera I want to get. And I'm thinking that the Canon XL2 is just the #1 thing that I have to get. Like, I think that is the camera that I want. I just am gonna be so mad if I get, distraught and taken, I don't know, and just not feel like I can succeed with doing vlogs, moving around, and basically showing off my city and fuck crazy people around here. It's a little scary, because the Canon XL2, like, if I can't vlog with it and that plan completely goes out the window after buying it, then I would have wished that I would have spent more money on a camera that is more powerful, that stays still, has a better stand. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of what ifs that come into play when I start thinking I could get a new camera. I don't know about anybody else, but I used to be a filming fanatic. Like, I used to get all kinds of recording software programs, and that was the first one in like my house to actually like make a video, make something and edit it. An iMovie was my first. Oh, it scratches up the vape, but the way I look at it, literally, is just like, I've been vaping for the past 7 years of my life, and I mean, I made e-fluid forever, and that profit netted me thousands of dollars. I mean, so yeah, the way I look at it now is it's like if this lasts me over 2 months, it's paid itself. And this has already lasted me. My last one lasted 2 years. This one's lasted over 3 months already. So it's just kind of like whatever. And I even have my one from 2 years ago still somehow functioning. I bet. Oh my god. It's still freaking working. It tasted really bad. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, it's still freaking working. It's insane. I don't know why I just don't open up the bottles of this one, but like I said, I don't really care. You can go to sleep whenever you want to, David. I want you to get a comfortable night's sleep. Just make sure you sleep above your blanket. I mean, under it, not above it. I fuck that up sometimes. Boom, 97. So I'm probably gonna be taking a break too. I'm probably gonna be getting some sleep. Bam, there's the sixer for tonight. Good night, David. Don't be going and grabbing Wheaties now at 3 a.m. Have a good night, man. Alright, so we got 3 crates to open here. I'm actually curious to see what we got. I know I got 2 of them at 96, I think. So we're at 97. I don't know if it levels up with me, the boxes, or if they're all the same. We're going to find out. Right, why did I all say 3 days ago? That doesn't help me. Definitely not done 4 battlegrounds today. Alright, well, let's just start opening them. Okay. 588. Okay, I got 1 marker honor. 2 things I can use. Nice. It's getting better and better. Alright, that looks good. Well, of course. Good night, David. It's weird, I still have 2 people viewing me. Let's see if anybody else will pop in. Oh, I'm just working on my luscious gnat.
It's all getting better.
Dang, so many people have commented on this and I haven't kept up. Lucy? Baby, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't want to stand behind the computer and just knock cords. It's not what nice kitties do. No, it's not what nice kitties do. Alright, I think I might restart the live stream here. Especially if nobody else is going to be popping in right away here. Ooh. Hopefully that doesn't ruin my video, my little widget. No. Great. There's so many levels. Levels of crap. Yeah, I'm gonna restart the live stream. And I'm probably gonna take this off for right now, cause I have it popped out. I can view you guys what you're saying. And since it's like about to hit, it's yeah 12:30 a.m. So I don't think we're gonna be having any big amounts of people. Probably just some randos, or maybe that one Norwegian guy. I don't know. Okay, but we're gonna be peacing off. And actually, now I can see. I just want to see what happens because I think that there's a way I can move this out of frame somehow. Hey, kitty. Kitty, 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 no. Man, I can't watch you and... Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out if I can move it. I swear I was able to move it out of frame. Nope, I guess not. How was I able to do it? Maybe I did it like this. Oh, come on. Dang. Make you select so much more shit now. Alright. This is the last thing I want to test out here, and then we'll be done. So I swear. Nope. Never mind. It didn't work the way I thought it did. I swear there was a way for me to move this out somehow. Here, let me check my lag. Make sure that it doesn't do it. Wait. So it's out of XSplit there and shoved up in the corner. Wait, yeah. So I did pull it out of XSplit. So what? So where is it at the end? Where's it left off here? Sorry. So I left it off there. So if I bring it down over here and put it over here, and minimize that a little bit, then it's out, right? Of XSplit. No, never mind. It's not out of XSplit. Kitty? Kitty, 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 kitty. What am I gonna do with you to calm you down? So I can maybe go back to my live stream. Alright, sorry, so brought it down. So yeah, it's in this screen. If I'm looking at my live stream right now, it shows it inside of inside of XSplit, and then it shows it out of XSplit on the top left hand corner of my screen. Okay. It still doesn't help though. I wish I could put my live chat on the forefront of everything. You know how you can do layers on Photoshop? I wish I could add a layer of this and just be able to select like always stay up front, or like layer number 1 or something like that, you know? Okay, everything just crashed and broke on me. So let's hope that I can just get myself out of this and restart this. Alright, we're just gonna see how the live stream went. 2 hours long. I started this at 11:30? Maybe. Started with 3 viewers, 2, peaked at 5. Yeah, that seems like a nighttime stream. And a good, basically one comment every minute. Then we had like a little break from 12 a.m. to 12:06. That's it. And then tiny little breaks there, and then Dave went to sleep 12:20. Bam. And still, there's somebody else that was viewing concurrently this whole freaking time. They left and then came back, and then left and came back. But since they're not talking, we are going to end the live stream. I'm going to start another one if a pop happens, or this might be it for tonight. We'll find out. Peace out, you guys. Deuces. I'm pretty sure that I only did YouTube. I didn't do any Twitch today, which is crap. I should have selected both of them, but getting back a hang of things. Just like, oh my gosh, my scenes that I've set up. Back in the hang of things. Alright. Let me just get rid of this widget. Alright. Oh, that makes me happy. So the widget's gone. Let me just show my character before I transmog everything. My sexy little orca. Alright. That might be a thumbnail. Maybe not. I can make it a thumbnail, whatever. Alright, peace out, YouTube. I might be starting another live stream. It might not be as active as this one was, but yeah, we'll see what's up. And I'll definitely start my Twitch